A very good afternoon to everyone. Let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Ankita Shah, and I'm the director and founder of Dentition. I'm an airway focused pediatric preventive dentist. This would be a rather new term for everyone, so we are going to talk about that in today's session. And we are located in Mumbai, and we are located at Sion and Lokhandwala. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Our handles are called Dentition India. Now, let me tell you a little about my journey. When I started pediatric dentistry, I didn't know that I would be able to solve breathing and sleeping problems. When I started my journey to understand how I can correct crooked teeth without braces, I started understanding that it is mouth breathing that is causing the jaws to get malaligned, and that is leading to crooked teeth. And as curious as I was, I didn't stop learning over there because I still found that there were some things which were more beyond the mouth breathing as well. And to my knowledge, what came up was mouth breathing is not just causing malalignment of jaws and teeth, but it is also causing disturbed sleep. Not only this, but the muscles of the face, mouth, and the tongue was affecting the breathing, sleeping, and jaw growth. These can be basically prevented by just achieving some simple goals like breastfeeding, nasal breathing, and correcting jaw growth as early as possible. Just like you all, I was also unaware that 60 to 70% children had mouth breathing and disturbed sleep. We've never been exposed to such facts, and we've never considered breathing and sleeping to be a basis of good health. Believe me, 90% of the health issues, they arise from a poor breathing and sleeping. This connection of the misfit jaw and breathing and sleeping problems fascinated me, and this led to my discovery of correcting breathing and sleeping disorders and aligning teeth and jaws with oral myofunctional therapy and airway orthodontics. This is what actually led me to starting Dentition, the Breathe and Sleep Center. It's actually one of its kind in India, where we are providing a multidisciplinary approach along with certain holistic approaches as well for breathing and sleeping problems. And these problems are most often not recognized by doctors and parents as well. So when I start with you all, I'm going to be starting with a basic of what is mouth breathing. Now, mouth breathing is nothing but simply breathing from the mouth, right? Yeah, it is. Your lips are going to be parted like this, and that is called mouth breathing. It doesn't mean that you have to pant through your mouth like this. No, that's not what we are looking at. But even if you're breathing like this, that is also called mouth breathing. You will observe that more than 90% of the times the lips are parted. To understand this a little bit further, we are going to understand the physiology behind nasal breathing and mouth breathing. Now, what happens when you are nasal breathing? Your air is going to be filtered, humidified, and warmed through the nose. And what's more important is there is nitric oxide which is produced by our nasal sinuses. Now, this nitric oxide helps in fighting against bacteria and viruses. Now, the oxygen that we are breathing from the air from the nose, the nitric oxide facilitates this oxygen to reach up to the brain, and this is the powerhouse of your body. But what happens when you are mouth breathing? So when you're mouth breathing, you are actually exhaling out carbon dioxide like this. So neither the air is warm, neither it is filtered, nor there is any nitric oxide. So what do you think can happen? You are more prone to infections, allergies, cold, cough, and you're going to be more prone to tonsils and adenoids as well. Now, you might wonder that only oxygen is important to your body, right? Not carbon dioxide. But that's not the case. These both are team players, oxygen and carbon dioxide, and both are equally important for our body. So when there is less carbon dioxide, especially when you are mouth breathing, because you're going to be exhaling it out, what's going to happen is it's going to prevent that oxygen from the blood to reach your brain. Okay, so that's the reason why mouth breathing can lead to decreased oxygen supply to your brain. Now, not only this, but you'll realize that mouth breathing slowly leads to noisy breathing, and that slowly leads to snoring. And all this is going to cause decreased oxygen and arousals and disturbed sleep. Now, let me explain you a little bit about sleep. Sleep goes through a couple of phases. Okay, there are phases of shallow sleep and there are phases of deep sleep. Now, there are cycles which continue throughout the night of shallow and deep sleep. But deep sleep is the stage where there is a release of growth factors, immune factors, hormone releases, metabolic factors, brain cell regeneration, muscle regeneration, and much more. Can you imagine 90% of your brain development is completed before 8 years of age? Now, can you imagine how this is going to affect your child's growth and development? Mouth breathing, decreased oxygen, disturbed sleep, and no rep functions happening. Okay? So yeah, this is like a little physiology that I've given you on. I'm going to take in a few questions whichever are coming across. So I see that someone has asked me, my baby is 2.5 years old, and what care I should take for the baby while he is sleeping. Thanks, Naina, for the question. Now, what you can take care is there's something called as sleep training. You need to get them to sleep according to their body rhythms, and the best time to put a baby to sleep is no later than 8:30 in the night, because we get a sunset around 6:30, and post that our body starts releasing a hormone called melanin, and this melanin starts putting up child to sleep. The next care that you can take while sleeping is see that your child is at least not sleeping with an open mouth. I think that would help, but obviously sleep training, we can discuss it in more details in the questions later. Now, I would even go on to let you know that what causes mouth breathing, and it may be surprising that there are n number of causes which we wouldn't have imagined is causing mouth breathing. So I'm going to discuss it one by one. Now, the first and foremost cause is incorrect jaw growth. Now, what happens with jaw growth? I want you to start imagining now, visualize there's a breathing pipe which is right behind your nose, and that goes right behind your jaw, and that goes right from there to your lungs, right? Now, can you imagine that if your jaw growth is not proper, and your jaws are growing backwards, what's going to happen to that breathing pipe or airway behind? It's going to get narrow. Okay, so this way your jaw growth can affect mouth breathing. But did you know that mouth breathing can worsen the jaw growth because it doesn't let your jaws grow forward? So it starts a vicious circle of problems over there. Okay, I hope you all can relate to this and understand what I am saying over here. Yeah? Okay. Now, what kind of a face would you look like in your child? You know, how would it look if the child is a mouth breather? You will see generally that their upper jaw is flattened over here. You will see eye bags, dark circles. You'll also see your lower jaw to grow downward and backward like this. So you will actually be able to see it from the side profile. It will be like a little convex. So that's signs that there could be some issues with mouth breathing. Now, next cause would be your thumb sucking. Now, what happens while you're thumb sucking? Again, when you're thumb sucking, your jaw growth is affected, teeth alignment is affected, and this all can worsen your mouth breathing. When you have a forward neck posture like this, and your drooping shoulders like this, again, you will be able to observe that from a side profile. Now, when you do that, again your breathing pipe or the airway which is there can become narrow. And mind you, mouth breathing worsens that posture. Mouth breathing will make you go all the more forward. What else could cause mouth breathing? Nasal congestion, tonsils and adenoids. These all can cause mouth breathing. It's like a chicken first or an egg first phenomenon. Is the mouth breathing starting because of these, or is mouth breathing worsening this? So let me give you another school of thought also over here. Now, you remember I said that while you're mouth breathing, you're actually exhaling out a lot of carbon dioxide. So when you're exhaling out carbon dioxide, what is going to happen? You're giving the signal to your brain that you're breathing too much and you're going to slow down. So what does your body do? Your brain got the signal that you have to slow down your breathing. Now, in order to do that, your body starts enlarging your tonsils and adenoids so that the breathing starts slowing down. So that's another school of thought to it. What else could cause your mouth breathing? It could also be a learned habit. Like, children are great imitators. I'm sure you all would agree that they can actually mimic the habits and body language of parents and elders around our house. So if anyone in the house has the habit of mouth breathing like this, they start gathering that habit from there and it becomes like a learned habit. They've not been mouth breathers, but they just learn that habit of becoming a mouth breather. Another surprising fact would be, increased screen time. Now, you would agree with me that there has been an increase in use of iPads and telephones for watching videos and TV also. So what happens is the child is quite stagnant during this phase, and what they do is generally this. So while they're doing that, they again start becoming habitual mouth breathers. Now, another common thing that you must have heard is tongue ties. Now, what happens? What is a tongue tie first? It's a little string beneath your tongue like this. Now, in some individuals, this is quite tight. Now, when it is tight, it's going to interfere with swallowing, jaw growth, tongue positioning, and this in turn again results in mouth breathing. Another common cause is also lip ties. Now, lip ties are a string beneath your lip over here. Now, again, if that is tight, what is going to happen again? That your lips are not going to be able to close. You'll have to forcefully close them every time. And that's not going to happen. So you start becoming habitual mouth breather from there. The next would be bottle feeding. Now, what happens with bottle feeding? Again, your swallow patterns do not start developing like a mature swallow. You're still suckling like an infant does on breastfeeding. And this also changes your jaw growth. And this again can result in mouth breathing. Gut imbalances. Now, when I mean gut imbalances are more likely to be dietary involvements over there. It could be reflux issues, acidity issues, it could be any kind of digestion issues. You may be surprised that milk causes an increase in mucus production in the nose. So that can cause nasal congestion, then again result in mouth breathing. Birth trauma, packaged food, soft diet, high carbohydrate food, high fatty foods. Now all these have high carbon dioxide in them. So when high carbon dioxide is also going in your body, you're going to exhale out that carbon dioxide. And how do you do that? Mouth breathe. So these are some of the causes for mouth breathing, and it may be very surprising that these things can really cause mouth breathing. I can again take in some few questions if you all want. Let's make it interactive, and I'm very happy to answer all your questions. So I'm just going to look at a few questions that are asked. हाय पूजा, आई थिंक यू आस्क्ड दैट आपकी बेटी 3 साल की है, वो सोते वक्त मुंह खुला रखती है, पर सांस नाक से लेती है, इससे कोई दिक्कत हो सकती है? पूजा, आपकी बेटी अगर मुंह खुला रखती है दैट डजंट मीन कि वो मुंह नाक से सांस ले रही है, वो शायद ऐसे भी कर रही होगी, आपको ध्यान में भी नहीं आता रहेगा कि वो मुंह से सांस निकाल रही है या मुंह से सांस ले रही है। तो ऐसे समय आप क्या कर सकते हैं, उसका मुंह बंद कर सकते हैं एंड यू कैन चेक ऑन योर ओन कि वो मुंह से सांस ले रही है कि नहीं ले रही है। अगर वो अनकंफर्टेबल हो जाती है मुंह बंद करके, आप थोड़ा ऐसे माइक्रोपोर टेप भी आती है, आप लगा सकते हैं और टेस्ट कर सकते हैं उसको, या फिर आप एक कांच भी रख सकते हैं यहाँ पे, आपका फेस मिरर या कुछ रहेगा, आप यहाँ रखेंगे तो आपको फॉगिंग दिखेगा। अगर आपको फॉगिंग दिख रहा है दैट मीन्स आपकी बच्ची मुंह से सांस ले रही है। Now I'm going to talk about how we've spoken about what is mouth breathing, what is causing mouth breathing. Now you would also want to know that how this is going to affect mouth breathing. ये कैसे बच्चों को अफेक्ट होता है। नाउ हमने ऑलरेडी सुना कि माउथ ब्रीदिंग नॉइजी ब्रीदिंग होता है, उसके बाद स्नोरिंग भी होता है, और ये सारी चीज़ों से ऑक्सीजन सप्लाई कम मिलता है ब्रेन को। तो ये सारी चीज़ों से क्या क्या अफेक्ट होता है, ये सारी चीज़ों से आपको बच्चों में हाइपर एक्टिविटी दिखती है। आप खुद ही सोचिए, अगर आपको एक दिन नींद कम मिली हो तो हाउ इरिटेटेड आर यू, यू आर एजिटेटेड, यू आर एंग्री, यू आर हाइपर. सो दैट्स द सेम थिंग्स दैट यू आर गोइंग टू सी इन चिल्ड्रन एज वेल. So it's going to be hyperactivity, aggression, irritability, bullying behaviors, poor jaw growth, frequent tonsils, adenoids, even frequent ear infections, clenching of teeth, daat ghisna, like this. You'll also see shorter attention and concentration spans. You'll also see childhood obesity. You'll see bedwetting. आपकी नॉर्मल एज से ऊपर भी बेडवेटिंग हो रही है. रिटार्डेड ग्रोथ या डीलेड ग्रोथ, उनकी हाइट बॉडी अपने एज के हिसाब से बढ़ नहीं रही है. मूड स्विंग्स, जब भी ये लोग बड़े होते हैं समवेयर अराउंड 30-40 ईयर्स ऑफ एज, इन लोग को रिस्क ऑफ एक्वायरिंग डायबिटीज, थायराइड, cardiovascular diseases are more. The risk of acquiring these are more. I'm sure this is all over knowledgeable for you all, and it's something very different that you wouldn't have heard of before. I'm sure all of you all want to know also that how do I know if my child is breathing and sleeping healthy. So I'm going to show you some red flags now. What do you look for in your child? Okay. You're going to see whether your child is sitting or sleeping with his mouth open like this. 90% ऑफ द टाइम ऐसे रहेगा. आप अगर उनको बोलेंगे आपका मुंह खुला है तो कोई नहीं बोलेगा हाँ मेरा मुंह खुला है, पर आपको ऑब्जर्व करना है. एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो टेक अ शॉर्ट वीडियो एटलीस्ट 4 to 5 hours आफ्टर दे गो टू बेड, तो आपको डीप स्लीप का वीडियो मिलेगा. सो इन डीप स्लीप यू हैव टू सी व्हाट द चाइल्ड इज डूइंग. सो टेक अ शॉर्ट 2 to 3 minute वीडियो. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर इफ द चाइल्ड इज गोइंग टू बेड बाय 7:30, then you can take a video around 12 o'clock. So around 4-5 hours you can take a gap and you can shoot a 2-minute video to see what the child is doing in deep sleep. What another thing can you recognize is your child having noisy breathing? Is your child having snoring? You can also see if your child is changing positions often. कभी सीधा सोता है, कभी साइड, कभी घूम के उल्टा स्टमक पे सोता है, या रोटेट होते रहता है. These are the types of change in positions that you will see. Do you see bad breath from their mouth? मुंह में से बास आती है, ब्रशिंग करने के बावजूद बास आती है. दांत कचकचाता है, grinding of teeth, like this. Do you have any form of sucking habits? अंगूठा लेना, उंगली लेना, lip sucking करना, ये सारी sucking habits बोलते हैं. बच्चों को ज़्यादातर सर्दी, खांसी, बुखार, टॉन्सिल्स, एडेनॉइड्स, ईयर इन्फेक्शंस, एलर्जीज, रैशेज, ये सब कॉमनली बहुत फ्रीक्वेंटली हो रहे हैं. इफ द चाइल्ड इज वेटिंग द बेड वेरी ऑफन, स्लीप टॉकिंग, स्लीप वॉकिंग, एकदम सडनली नींद में से जर्क में उठ जाता है, ट्रेमर बोलते हैं उसको. सो आर दीज देयर? What else can you see? You can also see that generally morning में बहुत अनफ्रेश रहेगा. इनफैक्ट आपकी नींद कंप्लीट हुई है तो आप फ्रेश होने चाहिए, राइट, मॉर्निंग में. पर बच्चा अनफ्रेश रहता है मॉर्निंग में, उसको कभी कभार हेडेक्स की इशू भी आती है. इज योर चाइल्ड गेटिंग इरिटेटेड एंड एजिटेटेड? अटेंशन is lacking, concentration is less, very hyperactive child, अर्ली ADHD की साइंस दिख रही है, या फिर आपके बच्चे को ADHD अगर डायग्नोस किया है, यू शुड डेफिनेटली गेट अ स्लीप कंसल्ट डन इफ योर चाइल्ड हैज़ बीन डायग्नोस्ड एज ADHD. Now, these are some surprising red flags that you might be noticing in your child, might have always ignored it and not felt that, these are the signs of a sleep disorder. I just ask you to go back, start observing these signs. You will start seeing signs in a lot of kids, and it's very surprising that, as I said, 60 to 70% of our kids in today's time are facing these issues. It's more like an epidemic right now. And it takes only 2 minutes for us to screen your child's sleep and breathing and your jaw alignments. We are available virtually as well. You can definitely keep a consideration if you want to get us, you want to get a consultation from us, and we can test you virtually as well right now. Now, you must be wondering कि ऐसा, when we see all this, when can I treat it? कब हम इसकी ट्रीटमेंट शुरुआत करें? You should be treating it as early as possible, not when the child starts getting on fire कि इतनी सारी infections हो रही है और बारी बारी आप, you're giving him antibiotics, you're giving him nasal sprays, you're giving him corticosteroids. These are not healthy. You're not going to the deep or the root cause of it. So you should not wait for these things to worsen and start treating it early. The more earlier you treat, the easier and simpler the treatment is. Now, if you do not treat early, it can have a negative effect on your facial and dental development, brain development, growth, tonsils, adenoids, academic performance, social interactions, attention concentration spans, disturbed sleep, energy levels, brain as I said, even behaviors like agitation and irritation. So these are some things which can really be affected. Retarded growth, जैसे जैसे बड़े होते हैं इनकी tendency to get other diseases also increases. You would also ask me that how do we treat it, how soon can we treat it? So basically we treat all this with very simple treatments called as oral myofunctional therapy. We also align your jaws and we also give it a holistic approach. So अगर आपको diet की requirement है तो we look into your diet. If you need sleep training, we look into that. If you need to visit an ENT, we look into that. So we look at you from every different perspective, what your child needs, and that's how we can resolve most of these issues. Now, oral myofunctional therapy, this must be a very new term for all of you. So let me explain you what is oral myofunctional therapy. The name is oral, that means your mouth. Myofunctional means the muscles, and functional means the function that these muscles have to do. That could be breathing, that could be swallowing, that could be speech with your tongue. So it is oral myofunctional. So we are concentrating on exercises of your face, mouth and tongue, and this can help in restoring your nasal breathing, correct swallowing, speech, jaw growth, and even teeth alignment. It also plays an important role in correcting, I would say, thumb sucking also, incorrect swallowing, some orthodontic treatments also to avoid relapse. Now, jaw alignment जो होती है, now this jaw can be changed only till a certain age. if your child comes to us at 11 years, we cannot change your jaw without surgical interventions. So जब हम ब्रेसेस लगाते हैं, हम प्रैक्टिकली सिर्फ आपकी टीथ को करेक्ट कर रहे हैं, हम आपकी जॉ को नहीं करेक्ट कर रहे हैं. So if we are not correcting your jaw, can you imagine what can happen? Your airway is there, your function is not resolved. So what we focus on is resolving your jaw and teeth alignment using oral myofunctional therapy and pediatric airway orthodontics. What we looked at over here is the cause behind this crooked alignment or an incorrect jaw growth. So the minute we correct the cause, we can start correcting these issues. Now, I am pretty sure no one wants just like a pretty set of teeth, but you cannot breathe well, you cannot sleep well, you cannot chew well, you are having joint pains, you are having a high tendency for caries, that is cavities. Now, no one really wants this, right? So target early, and early means you can really target even at 3 years of age. If we correct it at 3 years of age, you don't need so much of surgical interventions. And yes, you heard me right. We can really correct the jaws and teeth in a natural way without braces, but only if you start early. So that's the key behind it. Are there any questions? Yes. Naya is asking, my child wakes up at night and cries. We have to pat her back to sleep. How can we ensure she learns to sleep back by herself? So Naya, now as I hope you understood from what we spoke today that why is this child waking up again and again? Is there any issue related to her mouth breathing? Is there any issue related to sleeping? That's the reason is she waking up? And if that's the case, then we need to look into what is causing her to wake up. If that's not the case and the child just needs a small training, okay, to understand how to put her back to sleep, we can perform something called as sleep training and guide you through her protocols where she can learn how to go back to sleep on her own. So I hope that answers your question, Naya. Any more questions over here? Okay, we have Neha who is asking 2.5 years baby को milk देने कितने time देना चाहिए? Neha, आप you can give milk to a 2.5-year-old. Depends on the hunger, right? But I would let you know that the child is already eating at this age properly. So you don't really need to give so much milk. Like 2 times is more than enough over there. Any more questions? Okay, we have Madhu here who's asking her 7th-month-old baby doesn't sleep even an hour properly. Madhu, again, we have to know that is your child having some issue inside the mouth related to the muscles of the tongue, related to her jaw alignments, which is why she's waking up through the night? Or is it just that the child doesn't have a schedule or napping schedule or a normal sleep routine? That's the reason she's waking up. So I will have to take a little more detailed history with you to understand it, and then I can guide you properly through this. I hope that helps you, Madhu. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, I think we've covered up most of the questions. Even if you all have questions later on, you can keep on posting it. Again, to remind you all, we thank Baby Chakra for having this talk with us. And our Facebook and Instagram handle is called Dentition India. I'm sure you all are surprised to know these facts, and it's a little power packed, and you must be like jammed in your head that, oh, this is really causing this. But yeah, it's the same thing happened to me when I heard it the first time. But there is great science behind it, and it's surprising that we people in India don't pay attention to sleep and breathing. And you must have not believed, but yoga's been invented right from India, and yogis have been stressing on breathing since ages. So again, the whole connection is breathing is healthy mind, healthy body. So everything revolves around there, and I would really recommend everyone to just stick to your roots. The techniques or certain things of the olden days were definitely much better than the industrialized nations that we are living in right now. And I completely thank you all for listening to me, and I hope you all enjoyed this session. Thank you. Bye.